The deeper exploration in Dragon's Gap is what does it mean to be significant?
As people who are actively doing great things in the world, you can get so in the trenches of solving problems, making a difference, but there can be an agitation to it that robs it of its fruitfulness.
No matter how successful I am, I'm left wanting. It feels a little hollow or a little incomplete. It feels like there's got to be something more than just this.
So I think kind of the fundamental basis of Stagen is in order to be a better leader, you need to be a better you. And I found the ALP to be a wonderful kind of chapter of discovery.
I would describe my ALP journey and experience as very foundational.
The value of the ALP, it's where you go to learn the best practices on how to be a leader, from conscious communication, execution principles, purpose and meaning.
I left ALP wondering about the parts of me and life that are a little messier than what fit in those boxes, and I wanted to do some unboxing.
Like, how is it different from the ILP?
The difference between development that's prescriptive and development that starts in exploration or learning.
I'll frame it this way. For me, the ILP is like 80% productivity, doing, and about 20% understanding myself and being. The Dragon's Gap is like 90-10 in favor of being. But that 10% of doing that I do, as a result of all that being work, I do it with surgical precision.
What first drew me to the Dragon's Gap is the name, Dragon's Gap. Who doesn't want to participate in a program called the Dragon's Gap? I like stuff like that.
So Dragon's Gap, the idea came from as a frame, as an orienting frame, these sea creatures that were placed in various parts of bodies of water. There's often some wording under there, and translation might say, danger, here be dragons. The idea of dragons, here be dragons, is going into an unknown territory.
It's a much less scripted, much less structural program, and much more of a adventure, more of a pursuit.
The program is going to give the methodology, the tools, the support, the community of learning and practice to find what it is in our life that is deeply significant that cannot be served from within our current winning formula, to exceed our current winning formula through learning about and exploring that very significance, developing something new in ourselves that then allows us to transform who we are in such a way that we can render greater service to the world and to all of our relationships.
There are many places where I can work on myself and grow. This is the only place that I can do it alongside this caliber of business professional, and that alone makes this, to me, an absolute goldmine.
Yeah, the community at Dragon's Gap is extraordinary.
The Dragon's Gap, by pulling together a smaller group known as scouting parties, so 5 to 6 people, that you can dive deeper into these topics, it's been fabulous for me.
I would characterize this as a room of people who are all deeply committed to curiosity, to asking questions, to living as best as they can in a learner mindset. And as a result, together we tend to go deep rather quickly.
I can't imagine some of the discussions that I've had in my Dragon's Gap scouting parties occurring outside of anything other than the Stagen program.
It's a enormously fulfilling, extraordinary, invaluable, priceless component of the Dragon's Gap.
This community genuinely cares about me as a human being, and I feel as though this community believes in me. It gives me the courage and the confidence that I can take and go home and follow my instincts, make more courageous leadership decisions, be more engaged in authentic conversations with my people.
I can't say enough good things about Dragon's Gap. It's had the most impact on me as a leader of anything that I've done.
Are you willing to explore something beyond your winning formula so that you can be in the service of something really significant to you?
And I think to myself, what if I hadn't met these people, met my coaches, been a part of this community? What would my life be like?